Today we will talk about the most bloodthirsty Italian mafia. Enjoy watching. The Camorra is considered one of the oldest mafia groups in Italy. According to some reports, it originated in the 18th century and originated in prisons to protect the rights of prisoners. That's why this gang consists of so many dangerous people. All of them are either former prisoners, or they are family members who want to avenge their relatives behind bars. According to other reports, the Camorra was founded by Spaniards who were part of secret societies that operated in the 16th century. However, there is no confirmation of this version, and police officers are more often inclined to believe that most members of the gang were former prisoners. In the 19th century, the Camorra actively cooperated with the monarchists and, according to rumors, the patrons of the criminal group were also in power. Thus, they were provided with executioners and spies to do their criminal work. Initially, the Camorra played the role of intelligence and counterintelligence under the king, from which executioners and assassins were recruited. But then it broke out of the chain of command and turned to total terror. By that time, the Camorra had already infiltrated all strata of society and was a state within a state. The government was forced into a tacit alliance with it. Thus, Queen Maria Carolina of Naples awarded orders to the leaders of the Camorra gangs and patronized the famous brigand Gaetano Mammon, calling him, "My dear general." In the ranking of the Italian mafia, the Neapolitan Camorra occupies an honorable third place, right after the Calabrian Mafia and the Sicilian Cosa Nostra. But in terms of bloodthirstiness and mayhem, the Camorra is the undisputed leader. On its account are tens of thousands of deaths. Despite the active struggle of the state against the mafia in general and the Camorra in particular, the Neapolitan Brotherhood is still very strong. See nothing, hear nothing, say nothing. This is the main rule of survival of the inhabitants of Naples and the entire province of Campania. Otherwise, imminent death. The Camorra is feared and hated. The Camorra is admired and served unquestioningly, risking the loss of life at every moment. The Neapolitan Camorra can be described as a national calamity that has been fought with varying success for centuries. Unlike the Sicilian Cosa Nostra, which has a clear structure, a structured hierarchy and strict discipline, the Neapolitan Camorra has for centuries been and remains unorganized, ungoverned and completely wild. At a time when its influence had long ago spread beyond the borders of Naples and the province of Campania, spreading throughout Italy and the whole world. The scale of the criminal activity of the Camorra is unparalleled in Europe. Fascist dictator Benito Mussolini, a ruthless fighter against the mafia, was also unable to destroy it in the 1920s. After the war, the Camorra flourished and became even stronger. Astonishingly, but the fact is that the lack of a unified organization helps the Camorra to survive. After all, the Camorra cannot be decapitated. Few people know that the Neapolitan Mafia has not only godfathers, but also godmothers. So, after the death of Nicola Pianis, the leader of one of the oldest gangs of the Camorra, his place was taken by a certain Raffaella de Oltrio. According to the police, on the account of this group for the last 30 years about 4,000 murders. On March 21, 2009 for the first time in Naples, there was a large-scale demonstration of city residents protesting against the existence and activities of the Camorra. More than 100,000 people took part in the demonstration. All members of the Camorra have the same tattoo in order to recognize each other. The tattoo is on the inside of the left forearm and is a long knife with an eye on top of the blade. On the handle is written in intricate letters, "Temermi, perché sono l'occhio e la spada," which literally translates to, "Fear me, for I am the eye and the sword."